I know. The NuPhy Air96 version 2, it's not a gaming keyboard, but this is my community service review for my partner. Remember gamers, if you want to keep on gaming, you got to keep your partners, spouses, or parents happy. And if you're a single gamer living the good life, well, congrats. This video really isn't for you. My partner is in need of a new mechanical productivity keyboard for work, and we settled on the NuPhy Air96 version 2. The deal is, I would buy the NuPhy keyboard for her as long as I could create some content for my YouTube channel. We sealed the deal, but after this video is over, I really don't want to give my partner the NuPhy Air96 V2. It's that good. Hey gamers, my name is Minus10, and I'm a middle-aged gamer that enjoys all gear related to gaming, streaming, and content creation. Today, we are reviewing the NuPhy Air96 version 2, which is a productivity keyboard that can be used on a Mac or a PC. For the past couple weeks, I've used the Air96 2 as my daily Mac keyboard and edited 3 videos on it. There are a lot of great keyboards today, and the NuPhy Air96 version 2 falls squarely into this bucket. Can it game? Well, keep on watching to find out. Now let's go over the features. If you're looking for options, the NuPhy will give them to you. The Air96 V2 comes in iconic white, basalt black, and lunar gray. For my partner, we chose the iconic white. For switches, NuPhy offers 7 different switches that vary between Gateron and NuPhy's proprietary switches. Gamers will have plenty of options between linear, tactile, and clicky, but for my partner's keyboard, we stuck with the pre-lubed Gateron Red 2.0 linear switches with a very nice 45 grams actuation point. The switch stems are very stable and all switches are hot swappable. The keycaps are PBT double shot and they feel really good. Once gamers experience the quality and longevity of PBT double shot keycaps, it's pretty hard to go back to anything else. These are definitely a standout feature. Sound-wise, again, top notch. The NuPhy Air96 V2 won't give you that luxurious thok that some other keyboards do, but the overall sound dampening is very good and there's absolutely no ping whatsoever. To achieve this, NuPhy used several layers of sound dampening material that it put to very good effect. If there is one key that really stands out, it's the space bar. NuPhy went above and beyond with the Pour-On Foam Ghost Bar. Gotta appreciate the NuPhy product designers. Solid job. For connectivity, the NuPhy Air96 version 2 offers the standard wired and Bluetooth options. But the Air96 version 2 comes with a 2.4 GHz dongle with a 1000 Hz polling rate. Very nice. For a productivity keyboard, and usable on Macs, this is a very nice add-on feature and one that I really like the best. When logging into my Mac, my Bluetooth keyboard would always take a couple seconds to connect. It's a minor annoyance, but there is no delay with the NuPhy Air96 2.4 GHz dongle. There is no bloatware software either. Rather, the NuPhy Air96 uses the VIA Webapp to make changes. More on this in a bit. The overall typing experience on the NuPhy Air96 version 2 is also solid. I don't normally work on low-profile keyboards, but it really only took me a few minutes to readjust to the low-profile nature of the Air96. The keycaps feel very nice under the fingers, the keystroke is long enough to be satisfying, and the switches have just the correct amount of lube to feel smooth all the way down. As for the spacebar, it's sublime. NuPhy's Ghost Bar is heavenly and sounds fantastic. I mean, listen to this thing. As for the RGB, it isn't going to blind you. But then again, this is not a gaming keyboard. The RGB has a very subtle splash that seeps out the side of the keycaps and offers a more refined glow. The NuPhy Air96 V2's RGB is office friendly for sure. The one annoyance I did have with this keyboard is there's no way to numerically check the battery life on the NuPhy Air96 version 2. To check the battery charge, gamers need to hold down the function key and the vertical key, I don't even know what you call it, and the keyboard will flash a light on the upper right hand side of the keyboard. Green translates to greater than 90%, orange is between 10 to 90%, and red is less than 10%. It's a ballpark at best, but I haven't had to recharge the keyboard in the 2 weeks I've been using it, and I've kept the RGB at full power, so my suspicions are the battery life will be fine. Speaking of the indicator lights, to see if the caps lock are on, gamers need to look at the upper left-hand indicator light. If the caps locks are on, the indicator light will be a bluish-greenish color. As with many keyboards nowadays, the NuPhy Air96 version 2 comes with 3 connection modes: wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4 GHz. It is definitely nice to have these options, and I found the 2.4 GHz connection to be the best as there was absolutely no latency. This is really noticeable when you boot into your Mac. Most Mac users will have to wait a second or two for their Bluetooth keyboard to re-establish a connection. Not so with the NuPhy Air96 version 2. It's just always connected to your Mac. Very nice. NuPhy uses the VIA Webapp. In order for the Webapp to recognize your NuPhy Air96, the keyboard needs to be plugged into your Mac and set to wired mode. Once connected, gamers need to go to the VIA website, click on the Authorize Device button, and then select Air96 V2 from the pop-up window. The VIA Webapp, it's pretty basic for the NuPhy Air96, but I couldn't get the key remapper to work on my Mac. The key test worked, but I really couldn't find any useful features. I did check on a firmware update, but NuPhy hasn't posted any to its website. Sort of scratching my head on this one, and maybe it's my Macintosh. So what about gaming? Well, the NuPhy Air96 absolutely could game, and I played several Warzone rounds on this keyboard. Although, I must admit, I don't really care for the full-sized footprint while gaming. Also, the NuPhy Air96 keyboard feet were not built to withstand the pounding a typical gaming keyboard goes through. During intense FPS fights, the feet did collapse a few times, so just be aware if you're going to game on this keyboard. With a retail price of $130, the NuPhy Air96 version 2 is an absolutely outstanding value for what you get. I'd even argue that the keyboard is underpriced. That sounds illogical, I know. But now I understand why so many content creators rave about this keyboard. The NuPhy Air96 V2 is a home run, and if you're looking for a solid productivity keyboard, the NuPhy Air96 version 2 should be on your consideration list. I like it so much, I may buy one for myself. So, to wrap this all up, the NuPhy Air96 V2 is a solid keyboard. I like it so much, I'm going to buy a NuPhy for my Mac in the very near future. What's not to like about this keyboard? The design is attractive, the switch choices are plentiful and pre-lubed. The double-shot PBT keycaps are nice, and the RGB has a sophisticated glow. The battery will give you longevity, and the Air96 V2 will not be living on your charger. Connectivity-wise, the 2.4 GHz dongle is a nice add and provides fast responses, and you won't be waiting for your keyboard to re-establish a connection like you do with Bluetooth. And lastly, the NuPhy Air96 V2 can game. Outside of the VIA Webapp, the keyboard is an all-around W, and I definitely recommend it for your productivity life. If you enjoyed this video review of the NuPhy Air96 version 2, I'd really appreciate a like on this video as well as a sub if you'd like to follow me as a content creator. All comments below are welcome too. Thanks for watching.